These tiny daily decisions are quietly making you poor. It's not the big mistakes that drain your wealth, it's the small ones you don't even notice. Every day we make tiny choices. So what are the hidden habits that could be sabotaging your success right now? Let's explore them, one by one. But before we begin, be sure to like this video and subscribe because sometimes the smallest changes lead to the biggest breakthroughs. Tiny decision 10. The little daily purchases that add up big. You stop at the coffee shop every morning. $5 latte. $30 weekend brunch. A sweet dessert when you're feeling low. Separately, they barely register. But add them together and you're looking at hundreds every month. Real example. That $5 coffee becomes $150 a month, $1,800 a year. That's your annual car insurance. Your student loan goes down, or your emergency fund finally begins to breathe. It's not the coffee that's the problem. It's the absence of thought. It's not about the $5. It's about what your brain learns to ignore. Tiny decision 9. Subscription traps you forgot you signed up for. Here's another invisible drain. You signed up for a workout app during New Year's month. You promised you'd use it, but you didn't. Yet the charges still roll in every month. Maybe you still pay for Spotify Premium even though you always use your old MP3s, or you still subscribe to 3 streaming services you never bother to cancel. Research shows people spend almost $300 a month on subscriptions. Most of it goes unnoticed. You don't treat this as real spending. It's automated. It's easy to ignore. Even as the money slips away, the real theft is not the monthly payment, it's your acceptance of it. Tiny decision 8. Delaying your budget again. You keep saying you'll do it later. Next week. Next month, when life calms down, but life never quite calms down. And you never make the plan. Here's the truth. It's not about being bad at math. It's about being afraid to face the numbers. Budgeting isn't punishment. It's giving direction to your money. Without it, your money wanders, and everything feels unexpected. Your money already has a plan, whether you know it or not. Make sure it's your plan, not the algorithm's. Tiny decision 7. Using buy now, pay later for little items. Want that $10 gadget now? Buy now, pay over time. Sounds harmless. Until you realize you've bought 5 gadgets this way. Each month, you see just a small part of the total cost. But what you don't see is the total debt building. Those buy now, pay later schemes let you spend your future without knowing it. Soon, you have 4 separate payments hitting your account without even realizing you owe more than you've earned. You didn't buy a product. You borrowed a headache. Tiny decision 6. Always choosing convenience over cost. It's easier to get takeout than to cook. Easier to order Uber than walk. Easier to buy bottled water than fill it up. It's modern life. But convenience doesn't come free. It quietly stacks into sudden frustrating bills. Imagine this. $5 spent daily on food delivery. Dollars for that bottled water habit. The lumped cost of a car service you could have biked. These choices simplify your life now, but steal from your freedom later. Every shortcut you take lengthens your path to real wealth. Tiny decision 5. Avoiding financial conversations. You don't watch videos about saving. You skip over texts about credit alerts. You silence your bank app notifications. Why? Because it feels uncomfortable. But here's the truth. The more uncomfortable something feels, the more important it probably is. Pretending your money doesn't need attention doesn't make your money healthier. It just makes you less aware. Your financial future isn't waiting for courage. It's waiting for action. Tiny decision 4. Shopping without a list. You walk into a store for milk. You walk out with candles, snacks, and a new tech accessory. It's not accidental. It's intentional. Designed by companies that study how to get you to buy more. Research shows listless shopping leads people to spend 40% more. So while it feels harmless, it's smarter spending disguised as leisure. Each unplanned item is a deposit into someone else's dream. Your dream gets lost in the cart. Tiny decision 3. Upgrading too soon. Your phone screen still works fine, but the latest model dropped, and your friends already have it. You trade in your car before it's needed, or update your gadgets prematurely. Marketing thrives on quick obsolescence, on the fear of missing out. But real wealth grows when you tame that fear, when you hold on to what still serves. Contentment doesn't make you cheap. It makes you rich in choices. Tiny decision 2. Thinking. It's only once. Maybe it's pizza tonight. A small splurge just for fun. But once becomes weekly. Weekly becomes habitual. Nobody went broke in a day, but they did with 1,000 little excuses. Every only this once decision can turn into a jail sentence of your own making. Tiny decision 1. Ignoring compound interest in both directions. You've heard it before. Interest compounds. That means growth accelerates over time. But that goes both ways. Your credit card debt compounds. Your savings compounding funds your future. Yet most ignore this, leaving savings untouched, allowing debt to grow quietly. What's the difference? It adds up fast. Compound interest is not optional. It's the difference between wealth and worry. The common thread. What do these 10 traps share? They all feel small, easy, insignificant. They don't trigger panic or alarm. They are gentle habits, soft enough to slip by. But together, they're a form of erosion, quietly wearing away financial well-being. Not in moments of extremes, but through steady, silent attrition. Why you might be broke. It's not because you're lazy. It's not because you hate money. It's because your daily autopilot is set to convenience and comfort, not awareness and discipline. You didn't sign up for this. But all the ads, app defaults, and algorithms, they did. The real battle. It's not income. It's awareness. Not lack of opportunity, but lack of vigilance. Until you see the traps, you won't fix them. How to stop the money drain. How to stop the money drain. The first step is to track every single expense for just 1 week. Not to shame yourself or feel guilty, but to finally face the truth of where your money is actually going. This creates awareness, and awareness is power. Most of us don't realize how often we spend without thinking. When you document it even briefly, the habits that were once invisible suddenly come into sharp focus. Next, it's time to audit your subscriptions. Right now, not later. Go through your bank statements, your App Store purchases, and your emails. Cancel everything you don't actively use or value. Even the smallest recurring charges can silently bleed your income over time. Those $3 or $7 monthly charges may seem harmless, but they add up fast when you're not paying attention. Then challenge yourself with a no-spend week. Just 1 week, no extra coffee, no takeout, no random shopping. No exceptions. It may feel hard at first, but by the end, it's surprisingly empowering. You'll realize how often spending happens out of boredom or habit, not need. And that realization can be life-changing. After that, start automating your good habits. Set up automatic transfers to your savings account right after payday. Think of it as paying your future self before your lifestyle gets its hands on your paycheck. When saving becomes automatic, it becomes consistent, and that's how wealth is built. What's keeping you broke is not one big error. It's hundreds of tiny, invisible, easy choices. So small they feel powerless. So repetitive they feel normal. But the good news, those same tiny decisions can become your rescue. One better choice at a time, one day at a time. Slowly turning erosion into accumulation. Which quiet habit ate you hardest? Is it the subscription bleed? The convenience trap? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because half the battle is just seeing what's really happening. You're not poor because you missed a chance. You're poor because you missed the pattern. Let's fix the pattern. Starting today.